Hello and welcome back to the Weekly Roundup, John. Ready to dive into another week of fascinating and sometimes bizarre news?
Absolutely, Emma. Though I'm still trying to wrap my head around a 30-year-old embryo resulting in a baby. It's like a science fiction movie come to life.
Right? Let's start with that incredible story from Ohio. A couple welcomed a baby boy from a nearly 31-year-old frozen embryo. That's a new record, apparently.
A record-breaking baby. I wonder if he'll have any special powers, like super freezing abilities or something. Maybe he'll be the next Iceman.
Laughing. I hope not, unless that means he's great at making ice cream. But seriously, it's a testament to advances in fertility science. What are your thoughts on the ethical implications of this, John?
That's a complex one, Emma. On one hand, it's a medical marvel. On the other, it raises questions about how long we should preserve embryos and the potential for future exploitation. It's a tricky balance.
Definitely. Let's shift gears to something a bit more historical. CNN ran a piece on the restoration of the de Havilland DH-106 Comet, the world's first passenger jet. Apparently, it was a bit of a death trap in its early days.
A luxurious death trap? Now that's a catchy marketing slogan. I can just imagine the brochures. Experience the thrill of flight with a slight chance of unplanned descent.
Exactly. The article highlights the design flaws that led to several fatal crashes. It's amazing they've managed to restore one to its former glory.
It's a fascinating piece of aviation history. It reminds us that progress isn't always smooth sailing, and even the most revolutionary technologies can have their teething problems, or should I say, crashing problems.
That's a great point, John. Speaking of progress, or rather lack thereof, let's talk about Mary Black leaving the SNP. She cited disagreements over trans rights and Palestine as her reasons.
A significant development in Scottish politics. It's always interesting to see how internal party dynamics can shape the broader political landscape. I wonder what this means for the SNP's future strategy.
It certainly shakes things up. It will be interesting to see how the party responds and adapts to this change. And finally, John, let's touch on the ongoing situation in Gaza, where aid is finally starting to trickle in after days of severe humanitarian crisis. It's a very dire situation.
The images and reports coming out of Gaza are truly heartbreaking. The international response has been slow, unfortunately. The need for sustained and increased aid is critical. This is a complex conflict with many layers to it and easy to get lost in the details.
Absolutely. The scale of the humanitarian crisis needs immediate attention. So, John, to wrap things up, it's been a week of contrasts. From medical miracles to historical restorations, political shifts to ongoing humanitarian crises. What's your biggest takeaway from this week's news cycle?
For me, Emma, it underscores the importance of critical thinking. We need to examine all sides of the story, whether it's a 30-year-old embryo, a restored plane, political defections, or a humanitarian disaster. And not to mention the importance of constant vigilance and a willingness to question what we see.
Beautifully put, John. And to our listeners, let's all strive to stay informed and compassionate this week. Thank you for joining us on the Weekly Roundup. Join us next week for more.